We booked 8 days at the Rainbow Falls Provincial Park on Lake Superior. The park is 1200 kilometers away, so we decided to break the journey into 2 days and take Highway 11. We settled for the first night at the same place where, according to legend, aliens descended from the sky in a flashing light. The next day, we traveled back in time. A visit to the Railway Museum, where the steam locomotive CN 5107 is on display. Welcome to our escapades. Ursula is the navigator, my name is Dieter, and I'm the wheelman. Earlier that day, we crossed from the Atlantic to the Arctic watershed, so technically it's all downhill from here on. The Arctic watershed is the largest watershed in Canada and spans over 5 provinces: Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario and Quebec, as well as the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. 1.5 hours later, we passed the 49th parallel. This is the southern boundary of Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta and part of British Columbia. We carried on. The navigator's instructions were clear.
Keep on going on Highway 11 until you reach the Flying Saucer. Then turn right towards the René Brunel Provincial Park.
And so we arrived in Moonbeam 1.5 hours later. Yeah, Moonbeam. That is a strong name for a town. It was already 9 o'clock by the time the camping trailer was set up. We didn't even uncouple the trailer, just lowered the stabilizers. The curtains covering the entry to the trailer actually work better than the screen doors. It is safer to slide behind the curtain and enter the trailer. The mosquitoes will not follow. We had only a few minutes left to enjoy the sunset. It was a long day driving, and we went to bed early, dreaming of aliens that stranded their flying saucer here and now live in peace among us. Day 2 of our journey, we continued to Kapuskasing, only 20 kilometers away. In the past, we drove through town, ignoring the mighty steam locomotive along the highway. Now, we took the time and pulled over at the Ron Morel Memorial Museum in Kapuskasing. The history of Kapuskasing is well documented on the plaques outside. It is a town like many others in northern Ontario that was built for the National Transcontinental Railway construction. It was I that enjoyed the model train immensely. After all, where can you watch a model train in an actual railcar? We lost count on the number of road constructions along the way. We are over 1000 kilometers from home with 400 more to go. This is not our first time in Hearst, but the first time we could watch the crane load timber. I'm still not sure what is more impressive, the huge crane or the trees piled up along the rail track. "60 kilometers after Hearst is Highway 631 South, passing Nogagamisis Provincial Park and Hornpain. Hornpain was established in 1915 when the Canadian Northern Railway's transcontinental line was built through the area. The 631 is 170 kilometers long and cuts through Ontario's forest in almost a straight line, where it joins Highway 17 in White River. There is no cell phone connection except around Hornpain. We passed several signs that point to lakes, and the road snakes over the hills, revealing the never-ending forest from the top. The geographic centre of Ontario is about 5 km northeast of Hornpain, in a black spruce bog. The Arctic to Atlantic watershed is between Hornpain and White River. Now, these fascinating facts make it clear. This is the North. Highway 631 joins Highway 17 that runs along Lake Superior. Now, Lake Superior is huge. It holds 10% of the world's fresh water. The clear water may be inviting for a swim. The 16 Celsius in the best case will keep the swim very short. We were driving through fog patches along Lake Superior, caused by the cold water and the moist, warm air. Even though we drove along this shore before, the fog was something new and unexpected. We reached our destination, the Rainbow Falls Provincial Park in Rossport. The Pebble Beach was only a pebble's throw away, and we could hear the waves roaring in. We watched the fog slowly dissipate and saw the clouds in the last light of day. What a stunning welcome for our 8-day stay at the park. We had a busy schedule ahead of us. In our next stories, we'll talk about the abandoned rail trestle over Crash Creek, the Railway Museum in Schreiber, Jackfish the Ghost Town, plus all the service roads we could get our wheels on. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you out there.